What if I tell you that the smartest people you know are probably the strangest ones in the room? And have you ever felt like you're not that smart, like everyone gets it faster than you do, like ideas click for others before they even click for you? Here is something that might stop you cold. People with naturally high IQs don't just think differently, they live differently, they behave differently. They have quirks, patterns, and habits that seem almost accidental, but are actually the fingerprints of an extraordinary mind operating exactly as it was built to. These are not learned behaviors. Nobody taught them these things. They were simply born this way. And once you see it, you cannot unsee it. The first habit is talking to themselves, out loud, constantly, and completely unashamed. You'll catch a naturally high IQ person muttering under their breath, narrating their own thinking, or having what looks like a full conversation with nobody. This is not eccentricity. Their brain processes information at such a rapid pace that speaking out loud slows it down just enough to examine ideas properly. Talking to themselves is how they think. It is how they untangle complexity, stress test conclusions, and hear the flaw in an argument before anyone else points it out. It looks odd. It is actually the brain working exactly as a powerful brain should. The second habit is staying up extremely late. People with naturally high IQs are disproportionately night owls, and research consistently backs this up. While the world sleeps, their minds shift into a higher gear. The silence of late night removes the noise and interruption that fragments their thinking during the day. Their deepest ideas, their clearest insights, their most creative breakthroughs, they almost always arrive after midnight. They are not being undisciplined. Their brain simply runs best when the rest of the world has finally gone quiet. The third habit is intense, almost uncomfortable solitude. Not occasional alone time, a genuine, deep craving for it. People with naturally high IQs find prolonged social interaction mentally exhausting in a way that goes beyond introversion. Their minds are processing so many layers of a conversation simultaneously, the words, the subtext, the implications, the inconsistencies, that being around people for extended periods is genuinely draining. Solitude is not loneliness for them, it is oxygen. It is where they feel most fully themselves and most fully alive. The fourth habit is hyper-focus on things that interest them and near total inability to care about things that don't. A naturally high IQ person can spend 6 hours consumed by a single idea they find fascinating and struggle to spend 6 minutes on something they find pointless. This is not laziness. Their brain is wired to go deep rather than broad on demand. When something ignites them, their concentration becomes almost superhuman. When it doesn't, no amount of discipline can manufacture genuine engagement. The fifth habit is an obsessive need to understand the why behind everything. Not just what the rule is, why the rule exists. Not just what happened, why it happened, and what it means. This makes them exhausting in arguments and extraordinary in problem solving. They cannot accept surface explanations. Something in their brain pulls relentlessly at every thread until the full picture comes into view. The sixth habit is extreme sensitivity to chaos, disorder, or things that don't add up. A naturally high IQ mind is pattern recognition running at full speed all the time. When something is inconsistent, contradictory, or out of place, it registers like an alarm. They notice what is wrong in a room, a story, a set of numbers, or a person's behavior almost before they can articulate why. It feels like intuition. It is actually the brain doing very fast, very deep pattern matching. The seventh habit is dark or deeply unconventional humor. People with naturally high IQs find comedy in layers and abstractions that genuinely fly over most people's heads. Their jokes are often too fast, too layered, or too strange for the room. They laugh at things others haven't even processed yet. Their humor is a direct window into how differently and how quickly their mind is moving at any given moment. The eighth habit is a complicated and often difficult relationship with authority. Not rebellion for its own sake, but a genuine inability to accept the rules, system, or hierarchy that they can see as flawed or illogical. They question everything that has not earned the right to be unquestioned. This makes them difficult to manage and extraordinary to watch when they are finally in an environment that gives their mind the room it actually needs. The ninth habit is forgetting simple things constantly while remembering complex things perfectly. A naturally high IQ person will forget where they put their keys, miss a basic appointment, and walk into a room with no memory of why, while simultaneously holding an intricate web of connected ideas in their head with perfect clarity. Their brain allocates resources towards what it finds significant. Routine and mundane details simply do not make the cut. The 10th habit is feeling profoundly, chronically out of place. Not sad, just different, like they arrived in a world that was built for a slightly different kind of mind. Conversations often feel too slow. Explanations feel too basic. The things people around them find urgent feel trivial, and the things they find urgent baffle everyone else. This quiet sense of not quite fitting is perhaps the most universal habit of the naturally gifted mind, and the loneliest one.